I feel like, girl, it's barely giving bronze, girl. Hey y'all, so today I wanted to do a realistic everyday soft glam makeup routine. Very beginner friendly, not really going anywhere special, not doing any dramatic eye looks, just everyday soft glam. So yeah, let's get into it. Me personally, I always start off by doing my eyebrows. Everybody does their makeup in a different order. So I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. You can use any sort of brow product you want to. I know before I was into pomade, I was using brow pencils. So when it comes to using dip brow, the key is to just not press too hard with the pomade, because the harder you press, the thicker and darker it's gonna be on your eyebrows. So you go lightly, it's gonna put the pigment, but it's not gonna be like super harsh. And I just follow the natural pattern of my eyebrows. I'm not creating no new eyebrows. I'm just filling my natural brow in. Now in the areas where it is a little bit more sparse, that is where I put more pressure so that I can deposit more pigment so that it's darker. And you want to of course try to make your eyebrows match up as best as you possibly can. Now once you put the pomade down, your eyebrows can get like a little, how do I say it, like when you do your edges and the edge control have it like kind of stuck down. To lift it up and make it more realistic or make it look a little bit more natural, you take the little spoolie end of your brush and you fluff them out, and this will like lift the hairs back up, and it'll also help like diffuse some of the pigment that you have in areas where you feel like it might be too dark or too much. And I usually do that towards the front of my brows, so it's not as square, like not as perfectly square in the front, but more like a natural progression of eyebrows. So now for my next act, I'm going to line my eyes with concealer. And I'm just going to be taking a small concealer brush, and I'm going to use this new concealer that I got from Juvia's Place, and this is the shade 16. And I'm not going to take this thing and put it on my eye, child. I'm going to take my brush, dab a little bit off, make sure it's like not too much, and then line my eyebrows. Now I am going to bring this all over my lid because I am going to put on eyeshadow. Even though I'm not doing like a major look, I am going to put on a little bit of eyeshadow, but not anything too major, and you'll see what I'm saying. So if you're not an eyeshadow girly, you can quite literally skip this part and stop at just lining your eyebrows and blending it out. So if you wasn't doing eyeshadow, you would simply just do this, leave it at that. Now I'm going to take a fluffier brush and blend that out to make sure we got it everywhere we want it. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush, the Easy Bake and Snatch by Huda Beauty, and I'm going to set that powder. I'm going to use the powder to set my eyelid. Not a lot. Now we have primed our eyelids for eyeshadow, and you'll see what I mean by not doing too much. I'm going to use the Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to go into the shade Kano, this one right here, this brown. I'm just gonna put that all over the crease as like my transition shade, which looks very similar to my natural eyelid color. And I'm just using windshield wiper motions back and forth lightly with the brush, not too hard. And don't start off with a lot of product on the brush because you can't take it off once you put it on, so it's easier to build it up to the intensity that you prefer. And for on top of the lid, we're gonna go in with this color called Ahosi, I believe, child, Ahosi. And with this, you kind of want to pack it rather than necessarily like sweeping. I'm kind of doing like patting motions because I kind of want this part to be pigmented. I'm gonna go back in to that other color kind of just to clean it up. And if you want to add a little bit more depth to the eye, you can go in with a darker light brown. I'm going to use this brown to kind of like smoke out the corners a little bit. And this one doesn't have a name. This palette doesn't have a name on this color, but this is the Coffee Shop palette. And I'm just using the top row, this color right here. And I'm just going to do this at the corners of my eye. And the same thing on the other eye. And I'm going to blend it out, so give me a sticky. I look a little crazy right now, but I'm gonna blend it out with a different brush. I'm gonna take the same brush that I used that other brown with and just sweep it inwards. Gonna add a little bit more shape to the eye without having to do like super smoky. So now I'm going to line my eyes with liquid eyeliner. And as you can see with my makeup, I do everything eyes first. And the reason I do that is because there could be fallout from the eyeshadow, like even here and even here, that I don't want to get that on a nicely beat face. I don't. So I would prefer to just do the eyes first and then do everything else around it afterwards. It's just how I've always done my makeup. So I'm not gonna do too crazy of a wing. I don't know if wing liner is beginner friendly, but I just feel like it makes your makeup look, you know, neater, cleaner, more like you know what you're doing when you got you a wing on. I think this is cute. It's not too dramatic. Very simple. Okay, so I have finished the wing liner. That is 100% up to you if you want to do liner or not. Just like the next step, which is me putting on lashes. You don't have to put on lashes for an everyday soft glam look. Lashes are optional. Mascara will work just fine. And some people put on mascara before they put their lashes on. I don't really do that. And I don't do that because I have naturally long lashes that get in the way when I'm trying to put on lashes. And I find that if I put on mascara, they just get longer. They longer and now they more in the way. And I don't like that. It's hard for me to see where to put it. It's hard for me to put it down. I'm gonna have my lashes stuck in the lash glue, stuck to the strip lash. I don't like all that. See what I mean by these? Not like super thick, super dramatic. They're just like wispy. Okay, so now that we are done finally putting on our lashes, now it's time to get into our base makeup. I'm gonna go in with a primer. The Sephora Smooth and Blur primer is my favorite one to use. It does exactly what it says. It smooths and it blurs. And I'm gonna put this all over the face. And underneath this, I already have on my normal skincare, which is moisturizer, the Cetaphil moisturizer. And I actually have like pretty dry skin, so I use a pretty thick fatty moisturizer to keep my skin moisturized, because dry skin can also make your makeup look super cakey. Sometimes it's not the makeup, sometimes it's not even the technique, sometimes it's your skincare underneath your makeup. You're not moisturized enough, and it's gonna make you look crinkly, crackly, and dry, and it's gonna show. So make sure you're thoroughly moisturized. Okay, so I also went and got shade matched at Ulta, and we're gonna try the shade that she gave me. She actually told me that the makeup that I wear is darker than my skin, which I knew that because I didn't really change my makeup this year from my summer makeup to my winter makeup. I just kept wearing my summer makeup all year long, and I can get very, 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 very dark in the summertime. Okay, it's giving chocolate goddess, Godiva. Okay, so we have a shade that should match what I look like right now. So we're gonna see. Let's see. I got about that much on a brush, and we're just gonna see what happens here. Okay, a little bit definitely does go a long way, but as far as the shade match, girl, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit more orange, even though, like, as a black girl, it's super hard to find a foundation that isn't going to make you look like a fucking Oompa Loompa. I know I'm not the only one who experiences this. It's like no matter what the shade is, it's like got this orangeness to it, but sometimes I feel like it's a bit much. I don't really know how I feel about it at this very moment as far as the shade match. What y'all think as far as the shade match? I used a flat foundation brush, and now I'm just using like a more puffy kabuki brush to just like buff out any other streaks that I might have. I don't know, y'all, this is looking ghostly to me. This is looking ghostly. We're gonna see once I do a whole face, because girl, this shade. I'm also gonna use the concealer that I got from them too. I'm putting this under my eyes, and I'm also gonna put this on my chin and also on my forehead. And this is still that shade 16. This is not too far off from the shade that I've been using in the Bobbi Brown. I leave a lot of space here because whenever you tend to put it directly under your eyes, if you're a little heavy-handed with the product, that is what creates creasing. That's what creates product being spit out, and it can kind of like bunch up under your eye and look really bad. So it's better to start with less and just work your way up to building it up to where you want coverage at. And while we're letting that dry down a little bit, I'm gonna go in with the bronzer duo from Juvia's Place. Is it even coming off? So I'm just taking the bronzer and going up into my hairline with it, and I'm only using this top shade here. I normally use the Fenty Matchstick, which I think is like more pigmented than this, and probably because it's like a cream bronzer and not like a powder. So I'm having to be a little like heavy-handed to get the product to like show up for real. But I feel like, girl, it's barely giving bronze, girl. Now we're going to blend out our concealer before it gets a little too tight and too dry. This is the same concealer that I use to line my brows. It is a bit on the brighter side. So I start with the outer edges, and then I just start to blend up under my eye, taking the product from here and then pushing it up. That way it's under your eyes, but it's not like super concentrated. It's not a lot of product under your eye. You can look up when you're doing this to try to stretch your eye as much as you can to get all up in there. And right up under here, these are not creases. And under your eye, those are not creases. Those are called your under eye folds. Girl, this is not a damn thing that you could do. You can't do anything about that. It don't matter what technique, what product you use, that is not going anywhere. Creases happen in this area here from dryness or cakiness. Now this concealer is giving too bright, girl. It's giving too bright for me. But we can make it work. Just give me a second. Okay. And I'm gonna show y'all how I'm gonna get my color back after this. So first I'm gonna set my under eyes this Easy Make and Snatch. And this is also gonna help tone down the color a bit because this is like more brown. So it's gonna look less light. So I'm getting it all over the surface of my triangle puff where it looks like this, and we're gonna get all up under there. Okay, you see what I'm saying about the tone? Okay, came through to save the day with my setting powder. So now this is more of the tone that I'm used to. And like I said, I'm gonna go back in with this bronzer to do the sides of my face some more. We don't need no more bronzer on the forehead. So now I can see it. Now I can see the contrast of the bronzer. So now you see I still have these lines of demarcation. Like it's a very clear difference between the highlight and the bronzer. And even here too. So we're going to blend that together. Now I'm scared of this because I also have another product to try, which I've been trying a lot. And I don't know if it's a good idea. It's taking some getting used to working with these products. This is my first time using them. But as you can see, that's what happens when you know ball. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens when you know ball. It don't matter what they throw you, you're gonna figure it out, right? So I have this one size powder foundation, and I'm gonna use this to set my entire face. So I've already tried this with a powder puff once, and I did not necessarily like how it came out. See what I'm saying? It deposits a lot of pigment. Look at that. Look at, if I wipe this on my face right now, girl, that ain't nothing to play with. Okay, so I wonder if I diffuse it with a brush. Okay, I think that's what I have to do, is diffuse it with the brush. I cannot use this with a powder puff because it do way too much. It's very, 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 very pigmented. Use it to help blend these colors here. See, look at that. So it is helping me blend together the different like colors of my face. The lines of demarcation are going away. Girl, look how much we done bounced back. Look how much we done. Come on now. Come on now. When you know ball. Come on now. This is what happens when you know ball. Okay, yeah. I'm in that thing. I'm in that thing. So now let's do blush. I guess I am gonna keep this. I just cannot use a powder puff with this, and it was only $20, and they don't make this anymore, so it's not like I can get another color. It's not like I can even exchange it. Now we're going to get into some blush. I'm also going to use these blushes from Juvia's Place that I just got. Like I said, we're trying all these products that I just got. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this top color here, and I'm going to go right on top of my cheekbone, and I keep it up, very lifted. Gives a lifted look to the face. Some people don't like their blush paste placed this high, but this is how I prefer because my face is wide, not narrow. If you have a more narrow face, then you will probably put it like right here, but because my face is wide, the cheekbones is literally like over here, so that's why I'm putting it on my cheekbone, on the highest points of my cheekbone. And I'm using this angled kind of flat kabuki brush to do this with. Now let's do the other side. Whenever I do my blush, because I see there's like a very like defined little situation here between my contour, not my contour, my concealer and my blush, I like to go in and like marry them together. So I take the clean side of my triangle puff and I just kind of like do this back and forth in this area, just so there's no like real harsh line. So it's gonna like merge together. Just gonna do a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Gonna go in with our setting spray and just spray our entire face down. I'm also gonna go into my waterline with this here pencil. Gonna go into my bottom lashes with this mascara. Okay, I'm gonna line my lips with this Wet n Wild. This is my favorite lip liner. Ooh, my nose is itching. I still cannot believe how I brought this face together after that bullshit. I still can't, girl, I still can't believe it. Still can't believe it. This shit is so bright though. It's like super bright. And I'm also taking this lip gloss from MAC. I think it's called Bodacious. Love Her Down. It's actually more like a liquid lipstick. It's very similar to the tone of my natural lips. And then I'm gonna go on top of that with Fenty, what is it, Sweet Mouth. Center. And boom. This is the finished look. Very realistic, everyday, soft glam makeup, okay? I think we did okay. I think we snatched that together considering all the hills we had to climb, girl. We got here. So yeah, I would say this is decent for what it is, considering me trying new products. It's my first time working with a lot of these products. So yeah, for me to be learning as I'm doing a beat, yeah, I say we did that. This is very cutesy, very soft glam. If you have any other product suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below so I can try them. Also, what do you think about the look? What are your suggestions? Is this a look that you would do? Do you think that you could do this yourself? Is it giving beginner friendly? Are you a soft glam girly? Yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.